There are so many transfers to go through in today's episode, and a little round of 16 doubleheader against Bayer Leverkusen. Let's get into it. But before we get into that, we're currently 4th in the Premier League. 28 games have been played, 14 wins, 9 draws, 5 losses, a goal difference of plus 16 with 51 points on the board. We have got a game in head of Manchester United and for Newcastle United as well, and a point ahead also. It's very tight at the top of the table. As we can see, Arsenal in 7th place, only 2 points behind us, as are Brentford, and Aston Villa are only 6 points behind as well. Looking at the player stats, Jay Stansfield has 19 goals across the season. Neymar, highest average rating of 7.14, with Fresneda and Arne Engels topping the assist charts with 8. Neymar has the most Player of the Match awards as well. In the Premier Division, 56 goals scored, which is the best so far. 40 conceded, which is the 10th best, and not too bad. 36 yellow cards, and apparently no red cards as well, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, as I mentioned, a lot of outs and a lot of ins as well. First up, we have, where do we even start? So, Cochrane went to Tenerife for 8 million. Matsumura went to Elche for 1.5. Verano Zivkovic went for 14 million for Real Valladolid. Christoph Clara went to Al Ittihad for 34 million. Joe Taylor, 3.1 million. Oscar Williamson, 29 million pounds. Anselmo Garcia McNulty for 7.5 million. They're the main ones. Now, Nathan Baxter has left, even after joining us in the summer, to Al Ittihad for 14.5 million. Elise O'Shea, for whatever reason, 2.9 million was spent on this guy as well. Now, looking at the transfers that we have brought in, there's a couple in here to go through. First of all, Jan Aurel Bisek. I'm not sure which ones I've covered, so forgive me if I've already covered this one. 7 million, or sorry, it was 9.5 million coming in from Inter Milan. Very happy. Or Neri Blue Milan. Mark Travers has come in to replace Nathan Baxter. He's not very good. 350,000. He's just a backup goalkeeper. 7,000 wages as well. Hopefully we'll never have to play him, but Matthew Cox has been in top form for us also. Terry Moffey, was going to be our first choice striker. 18 million spent on this guy from OG Nice. He had a good goal scoring record, 1 in 3, and he's kept that so far, scoring 1 goal in 3 appearances in the Premier Division. Also, Salvatore Esposito. I love this player. If you've watched any of my other Football Manager series, he's normally a player that we do like to bring in. And yeah, 3 million. I think it's money well spent on this guy. A good, solid defensive midfielder. Still only young at 25. So, Esposito, welcome to the club. No singing from me on this one either. Sven Sunter as a right attacking midfielder. We brought him in because he's young, and that's it. A lot of money though. I think it's like 4.8 million that we did spend on Sven Sunter. 4.8 million. And he's got a lot of good attributes. He's young. Yeah. Will he make it? We'll have to wait and see. But the big transfer that came in after the transfer window was Ivan Toney. A free transfer, 80,000 a week with a 3-year deal, which is a lot to give. He's a good player. Scored on his debut. Yeah, very happy to bring Ivan Toney into the club. And we played a lot of games since we're last here with the 1-1 draw against Aston Villa. Newcastle United, we beat them 2-1. That was very nice. Neymar and Cittadini getting on the score sheet for us. We then lost 2-1 to Southampton, who were in the relegation zone when we played this game, and yeah, very disappointed that we didn't manage to beat them. They scored in the 80th and 82nd minute. Yeah, sometimes that does happen on Football Manager. Against Brentford, we drew 2-2. Again, a late goal coming in the 84th minute for Brentford to get an equaliser there. Against Everton, Giorgio Cittadini scored at both ends. He scored an own goal in the 25th minute and then equalised from a corner in the 84th minute for us there. Leicester City, we beat them 2-1. Brighton and Hove Albion, we drew 0-0 with them. Norwich City, we beat them 1-0. There's been a few boring games, I'll be honest, where not a lot has actually happened with the highlights here. We beat Midtjylland 4-0. We beat Crystal Palace 3-2. We beat Sevilla 4-1. Leeds United beat them 4-2. Palace 2-0. West Ham drew 2-2. We drew 3-3 with Arsenal. We beat Manchester United 3-1. Famous victory there. And then we have just lost 5-3 to Chelsea as well. But today's episode is going to be the double header between Birmingham City and Bayer Leverkusen. Let's get into it. And this is the team that is going to face in the first leg against Bayer Leverkusen. Cox in goal, Fresneda, Scalvini, Bissek and Henry at the back. Esposito as our ball-winning midfielder, with Naipan as the advanced playmaker on support. Bellingham, our second striker. Romsas as the advanced playmaker in attack, in the attacking midfielder position, and Van Bommel as the inside forward on the left, with Jay Stansfield leading the line. Yeah, it's been a hectic transfer window to come in. I know we have got our youth intake as well. That's probably going to happen in this episode, so looking forward to that. But let's get into today's episode. All the pressure is on Bayer Leverkusen. We are away from home as well. The way they're setting up is a 5-4-1. Very defensive, if we are being honest, but you know, they must fear the Project FC. Our 4-2-3-1 wonky system, the Davies ball, has done us very well so far, as we can tell by being 4th in the Premier Division. But we are going to demand more. Maybe teams haven't sussed us out just yet, so I'm a little bit concerned for the second season syndrome. But if we can do anything today, I'll be very, very surprised and pleased as Stansfield picks up on a loose ball and he's just hit the post on the left-hand side. Early scare against Bayer Leverkusen, but they are at home and they're a very good club, as Cox thought he tipped that around the post, but it was headed just wide by Leverkusen. So highlights in the first 10 minutes for both teams. Hopefully it is a sign of things to come and we have a very entertaining game, as Bellingham off the other post this time. Both posts have been hit. Is it going to be the crossbar next? We'll have to find out, but you know, Diamande, has that been saved by Cox? What a fantastic save that was by Matthew Cox. Really has taken to the first team position of goalkeeper very well. I was a bit concerned bringing him into the Premier Division, but with the injury to Nathan Baxter, he has been fantastic as Fresneda headers away that corner. And Bellingham, I don't think that's a penalty, ref. If that's a penalty, it's very, very soft. The penalty review is going to be a no penalty. It's been awarded. Right. Let's fire up the team. Matthew Cox, I've been waxing lyrical about you so far in this game against Victor Boniface. And Boniface has won that face-off. 8th goal of the season for Boniface. Yeah. I think it's a very soft penalty, and we're not going to watch the replay. We never watch the replay of the goals against us as well. But we are going to stick with positive, although they are controlling the possession. So let's just go into an attacking formation. Attacking mentality. Van Bommel hasn't done much in this game. Neither has Bellingham or Naipan, if we are being honest. But we are away from home, so I'm not really sure what to fully expect, as Bissek finds Romsas. Van Bommel now as the inside forward on the left hand side. Stansfield in the middle, so is Bellingham. Comes inside, Romsas to Naipan. Outside of the box, into the box. What a fantastic finish. Into the bottom left hand corner. He's one that is definitely pulling the strings in our team. And we are going to stay attacking with this as well. I mean, Van Bommel cut inside. Romsas into Naipan. Found his countryman, and that's a wonderful left footed finish past Hradecki. Wonderful to see. We're going to demand more as well. We are away from home. Anything that we do bring out of this game is going to be a bonus, as Sevilla are destroying Brentford 4-1, 5-1 now. I mean, that game, that tie is all but over with that one. So it is up to us just to stay in this game at 1-1. I'll be very happy going into the home leg, needing a win. Well, if we could nick a win, that would be lovely here as well. Looking at how the players are performing, Henry on a 6.6 is going to be coming off at some point. We're going to encourage the team as well. Naipan is doing alright, but Bellingham and Van Bommel and Stansfield all can come off. 20 minutes to go. Let's make a couple of changes. Van Bommel, we're going to bring you off for Neymar. I mean, what a sub to bring on. Stansfield, we're going to bring you off for Terra Moffi for your live debut. And also, yeah, Moffi versus Boniface. You know, the two Nigerian strikers going head to head there. Naipan, we're going to bring you off for Wasberg. 6.6 for Bellingham. We're going to bring you off for Taplovic. You know what? No, we bring on Newerton. And we've got one more change to make. There's 20 minutes to go. You know what? Fresneda, we're going to bring you off for Vinicius Tobias. Let's go for this. We are attacking. Esfresneda runs down the right hand side, knows he's coming off, and it has been kicked out of play for a corner kick. Van Bommel looked like he was waiting for that one there as well. We're going to demand more of the players. I'm very happy with the draw so far, but yeah, I think we are kind of in the ascendancy here, so we will stay attacking, especially because we can't dominate possession due to Bayer Leverkusen being at home as well. So Pacho into Ege. Lovely ball out to Halalovic. Into Boniface. Not another penalty, please. Stood up well. Halalovic across the post. Onyeka. João Neves. Big block. Who was that by? Romsas getting there at the near post. Lovely to see. We will actually change it down to balanced from attacking. As the corner comes in, Scalvini. I was a bit worried then that it was going to be another penalty against us. He's on a booking, Scalvini, as well, so he needs to be careful going into the second leg of this one. But for the time being, I'm quite content with a 1-1 draw. There is one more shout, and as I say that, a highlight for Bayer Leverkusen. We're going to fire them up because I feel like we're going to concede in this highlight here. Onyeka down the right hand side, cut out by Henry into Neymar, Esposito, Wasberg. Nice little bit of play here to get out quite fast as well. Romsas into Moffy. What can Moffy do? Down the left hand byline, cuts it back to Neymar into Wasberg, and just wide of Hradeki's post. I mean, we have had some chances in this game, and I might just go positive for the last 3 minutes as Cox gives it to Scalvini. Esposito now. Romsas. I mean, it's a bit of a weird pass back to Bissek. Scalvini. Tobias now. Hasn't done much from the right hand side. Newerton. Back to Scalvini. I mean, is this going to be a highlight of note? Tobias into Newerton. Found his countryman there. Newerton back to Tobias. Back to Newerton. Is that a penalty? No, it's not a penalty. It has been cleared away poorly though. Esposito from distance off the crossbar. So we've hit both posts and the crossbar in this game. And that will be that for the first leg. Absolutely fantastic. And we held our own as well. We had the same amount of shots. Possession wasn't too far off. We had the higher, well, the XG was just about the same as well. So a good attempt. And we now need to bring them back to St Andrews. And some bad news in that Scalvini has reached the yellow card limit. So we'll be out of the second leg against Bayer Leverkusen. Now, something interesting that's popped into the inbox. Graham Potter, England boss Graham Potter, was at the Bay Arena viewing Matthew Cox, Rico Henry, Jay Stansfield, and for Joe Bellingham as well. All of them touted for their first England cap. Very exciting. Now, our youth take is here, and we've been blessed with 4 elite talents and 1 top talent as well. The top talent on his own, Alex Late. Yeah, nothing special. He's not going to be very good if we compare him to Murray or against Whelan, Collins, or Ruben Garcia. But, you know, if he can develop into something and be sold on, then very happy for that. He's only 15 years of age as well. Sam Barnett is a left back with 3.5 star potential, potentially 4.5 star. National League standard player already. Again, 16 years of age, very young. A lot of development is required with this one. But interesting enough, we've got 3 strikers that are all 1.5 star and 2 4-star, potentially 5 talents here as well. First of all, Peter Ujek is a 3.5 star talent, potentially 4.5 star. Looks solid, but again, he's not going to be anywhere near the first team for a good 5 or 6 years, if we're being honest. So we're going to develop him as much as we can here. There's also Marlon Wedderburn, who has got some nice mentals here with bravery, determination, and teamwork. Good technique and crossing. Apparently can play at right back. You know what, maybe a right back is the position for him. Because with 6 finishing, we don't really see him as a striker. As a winger, I mean, could be a winger as well with the crossing. So something to have a look at here. I quite like the idea of a right back, however. The marking, if we can get that up, the tackling of 10, and with the crossing of 11 would be a good complete wing back. As we can see here, 1.5 star complete wing back, or a 1.5 star winger on support. Yeah, definitely not a striker. So yeah, we won't be playing Marlon Wedderburn there. And lastly, Royston Barnes Homer. Not very good physically, but some good mentals. Again, only 15 years of age, going to turn 16 in the next couple of months. Some good first touch and heading as well. 5'9", 15 technique. If we can improve the passing, then yeah, we may have a player on our hands here, but again, 15 years of age, we're not going to complain too much. They're on a slightly concerning run of form at the minute. We haven't won in 3, and I'm not sure how we are going to face off against Bayer Leverkusen today, but you know, it is what it is. The team is a little bit defeated, if we are being honest. I mean, not a lot of players are playing well, but you know what? We are going to go into today's game against Bayer Leverkusen. We're at home. Surely that's got to mean for something. I mean, we did kind of scrape a draw at Bayer Arena. Can we do more than scrape a draw in this game? Can we get a win? Let's get into it. We're going to demand more, as always. And a couple of subs that we will make in half-time, specifically Rico Henry and Naipan, as we do clear away, throwing into the box. Grimaldo over to Jonathan Tah, into the box, blocked away there by Rico Henry. Engels now. Is that the end of the highlight? No. Van Bommel all the way back to Bissek, to Henry. Van Bommel nicely brought inside. Romsas now over the top to Stansfield. Is he onside? I'm not fully sure he is. I'm not going to celebrate too early, but 7 minutes on the clock. And they are celebrating. It's been awarded. Okay. Van Bommel. I mean, nice play, cutting inside here. The ball fell to Romsas. And a kind of first time spin and pass to Stansfield. Hradecki, no man's land there. And you know what? We go 1-0 up. We're going to demand more. We're not going to rest on our laurels here as Fresneda gives it back to Bloskill. Naipan into Romsas. Bloskill. Fresneda. I mean, it is nice play here. Naipan into Bloskill. Back to Cox. Some sustained pressure. We only played like 9 minutes already as Engels around the corner pass to Naipan into Bellingham. Bellingham back to Engels. Romsas. We are losing a lot of space here in the middle of the field. Maybe something to do with our tactic. But Bellingham into Stansfield and 2-0. 10 minutes gone. That one is onside. I will celebrate that one. I mean, they're celebrating in the corner. It has been given again. Van Bommel into Henry. Lovely ball over the top to Joe Bellingham. Onto Stansfield. And there you have it. 2-0 in 10 minutes against Bayer Leverkusen. The 3 England players are being looked at by Graham Potter, coming into effect with that goal there. As Hradecki, poor clearance, Romsas outside the box, into the box, deflected, and Hradecki has managed to tip it around the post. Fantastic pressure here from Birmingham City. Henry whips it in and Bissek headers it just over the bar. I mean, 13 minutes plays, we're in control of the game, but possession-wise, maybe not. So we're just going to go into a balanced mentality, and we're going to encourage them as well with that. But Stansfield with 2 goals in the first 10 minutes, absolutely fantastic to see. We have gone into a balance because of Bayer Leverkusen kind of dominating the ball here, but they haven't had a shot on target or of note just yet. Bellingham on a booking, but good assist for the Stansfield goal as well. And we're not going to make any shouts just before half time, hoping that there's going to be no highlight that comes from this, and there's not. So into the dressing room we go. Point the finger. I don't want to say we're so pleased. I'm disappointed about the possession. There are things to improve, and we are going to demand more as well. Engels gives it into Naipan. Back to Engels. Romsas. I mean, he's tried that around the corner pass again to Stansfield there. As Hradecki gives it to Tapsoba. A couple of subs that we will be making in the next 10 minutes. Naipan, Bellingham, Henry, and probably Romsas we are going to bring off. We'll leave Stansfield on the pitch. As Grimaldo down the left-hand side now. Hinkasafe. Tapsoba now. I mean, a slow build-up here. Andrich into Hoffman. Finds Boniface too easily. He's found the net too easily as well. You know what? We're going to make those changes that we were going to make. Bellingham, we're going to bring you off for... Oh, you know what? Stansfield, we're going to bring you down as a second striker. Semif Kilshoy, we're going to bring you up front. Romsas, we're going to bring Van Bommel in for you, and then Romsas, we're going to replace you with Neverton out on the left-hand side. Rico Henry, ooh, we haven't got a left back on the bench. That's concerning. For Vinicius Tobias, and then Naipan, we're going to bring you off for Wasberg as well. As Bloskill tries to bring out the back, Fresneda into Naipan. Nice 1-2 there with Fresneda. And blocked away for a corner. 47 minutes on the clock. I mean, conceding that early in the second half isn't what we wanted on our bingo cards. Again, possession-wise, we're on 38%, which is pretty dreadful. And we're going to try and fire the players up as well. But we are still winning. Let's not forget that as Engels whips it in. Tar headers it away. Wasberg now finds Engels again. Across the box, and Semif kills Soy. Wonderful to see. I'm not sure where there's an offside there. There's been an offside in every single goal that we've scored. But Semif Kilshoy has put us 3-1 ahead. A wonderful substitution. Tar headed it clear, but only to Wasberg, who found Engels in the middle of the box. And Semif puts it past the goalkeeper. Absolutely wonderful stuff. I mean, Stansfield potentially can come off now, but Fresneda also is in need of a rest. And we've already brought on our right back for our left back as Van Bommel burst through the middle to the left hand side, back to Vinicius Tobias. Neverton into the box, and it's off the post. And Hincape can clear it away. I mean, the right back, we're going to move you over there. I mean, Toklovic, we're definitely not putting you at left back. Menzi Mazwi, can you play as a left back? I mean, 7 tackling, not really. Well, you know what? Now is your time to shine. And I think what we will do as well, we are going to go on to the left hand side, let Mazwi attack on the left as well, because he's not really a left back. Van Bommel as a second striker in here. Stansfield there. Neverton on the right hand side as a winger. Yeah, we will do that, and we will save one more change in case we do get to the dreaded extra time. But Wasberg out to Mazwi into Semif Kilshoy. The flag's gone up again. I think that one is offside. I mean, it can't be 4-1, really, can it, against Bayer Leverkusen? They're not celebrating, so it is disallowed. Wasberg all the way over to Mazwi. I mean, it was a nice attempt from Mazwi, and I don't think he thought he would be getting on the pitch in the Europa League round of 16 game. But we have got 5 minutes to go, and I'm quite confident that we have dispatched a Bayer Leverkusen here, barring a catastrophic kind of fall apart here. Although Wasberg, with a pass like that, you're not really helping out our cause. Diamande into Hoffman, Bisek, Engels and Bloskill managed to get it away. We're going to go defensive for the last couple of minutes of the game. Van Bommel spreads it out wide to Stansfield on the left. Poor back pass, and Kilshoy, or Semif as he comes up on the match, just denied by the goalkeeper there. We are going to tell the team to calm down. There's only a minute of play to go as Engels whips this ball in, and Bisek has headed it way over the bar. You know what? Frequently time waste, out of possession, or in the transition. We are going to slow the pace down as well. We're not going to roll it out. We are going to distribute it over the top of the defence with long kicks. You know what? We're going to regroup and then counter when the possession has been won. Just a little switch around of our normal tactic as Fredecki finds Arthur out on the right hand side. There's 4 minutes of added time to go as Engels all the way back to Cox. Bloskill, Engels, Wasberg, Engels. Nice little tiki-taka play here. Was a poor ball out to Neverton. And I think we are going to make it into the quarter-final of the Europa League. Absolutely fantastic stuff. 17 shots, 10 on target. The higher XG of 2.76. Yeah, the possession wasn't there in this game, but an absolutely fantastic victory. And while we're here, the quarter-final draw and the semi-final draw are to be made. Who are we going to face? Let's start the draw. I mean, a home game, I don't think it really matters first, but Fiorentina up against FC Utrecht. Atletico Bilbao against Newcastle United. So it's either Rennes, Sevilla or Besiktas. and it's going to be a rematch against Sevilla. Now, we beat them 4-1 in the group stage. Really hope we can get another victory against them. And then for the quarter-final, let's have a look at who we could be facing. It's Rennes or Besiktas. Now, if we beat Sevilla, we've got a fantastic chance of getting through the next round as well. Very exciting stuff. So we'll have a look at the schedule, and it looks like we are going to be coming back on the 9th of April for the Europa quarter-final first leg against Sevilla. Manchester City's in there as well, and the second leg against Sevilla. So absolutely fantastic stuff. Now, if you made it this far, let me know down below. Hit the like button and subscribe. A fantastic journey that we are on with the Project FC, and I'll see you next time.